reminded of ancient recordings of natural line and form, as found in early manuscripts, which had suddenly come to life before me in the skies over Iona. On Skellig Michael, thousands of birds appear and disappear, coming together in wings of movement that build and unravel over the empty sea. They pull me away from my established frames of reference. Often, no one else is there to stand beside me on the island, and the skies and the surrounding rock edges are empty. The mind wanders. Links with the past are easily made. Ancient ways of viewing things come alive. Lack of human contact, the diminution of human society, contributes to a full engagement with these fluid lines of flight, superimposed as they are upon the endlessness beyond. We know that people long ago came to engage with this endlessness permanently, came to ride within these curves and spirals of evanescent bird flight on the edge of apparent nothingness. Ancient monks came to spend their lives on bare rock. To us, looking back, there was no real need for these men to come here, no reason for the journey to make a home at such a bleak place. Perhaps, though, they too were intrigued by the natural profusion and the exuberance of light, glimpsed just beyond the last bit of land, the last standing place to be seen on a horizon. Perhaps they were entranced by movements overhead. A deep desire remains, crossing creed and time and hidden within the human heart, to explore, to become a part of such realms of the border. Inner springs, by which the soul stretches along and above the curvature of the earth, tighten at the edges of all things, so that the soul is suspended beyond the lines of beach or rocky shore and is carried and released by bird flight, whale song, shark and dolphin fin, beyond the realms of normal sight, normal apprehension. How many rooms can be seen? Ahead over the open sea, within the empty air? What is spoken or written there? A silence descends, breaking from the waves, revealed in a language of the heart rarely spoken. Out of nothingness, air is charged upon deserted shores and is honed to make a space apart, to take a meaning from emptiness, over time, within an empty place. In this air, at these extremes, we begin to recognize one another. We have traveled long distances to arrive at edges suddenly familiar, the rock cliffs at the terminus of each pathway we have chosen. Doorways appear before us empty. We pass through to be charged, rarely speaking, yet calling at times one another over the silences beyond. What hovers ahead upon those empty spaces, drawing us out here again, looking for further speech within the silence, drawing us further out along the shore? Part 1. Chapter 1. A Lost Map. I was exhilarated by the sights before me, standing on that remote Scottish coastline so many years ago. I had been a student in Edinburgh for a few months by Christmas 1977, but my life for the most part lacked any direction. I was unaware that my mother was dying in the United States and that I would soon need to leave Scotland to assist my father with her care. Embarking on the discipline of a thesis towards which I felt very little commitment, I felt utterly isolated. I found the city and the countryside beautiful, but I also experienced a continual sense of unease and was unsettled there. At a loss, I roamed out into the countryside whenever that became possible. The more remote the destination, the further away from an uncertain, unresolved commitment, the better I seemed to feel, regardless of any physical or financial hardship to be undertaken. And so, I found myself on the coast of the mainland that Christmas, looking out into the empty western sky to see the birds suddenly appear out of nothingness. The call of the eternity beyond seemed almost overpowering there just then. I sensed a tight spring of unease, of restlessness, which had been mine for months and wound ever more tightly, now pulled towards release at the sudden expansion of vista, at the miraculous opening of the sea and the sky. And then the bird's flight began to unravel before me in spellbinding patterns.